I want to talk to you about something that I truly believe will change the course of your life. And I want to talk to you about this because I truly believe that once you're in control, you'll be able to make some of the best decisions in your life. For those of you who don't know, my name is Attorney Chameleon, and I started this YouTube channel because I wanted to talk to people about the law, and more specifically, how it applies to everyday life. I want to talk to you today about dominating your mind, being in control. See, a lot of people have a hard time controlling their thoughts, controlling their mind. And as an attorney, I would tell you that that's one of the most dangerous places you can be. Because if you can't control your thoughts, then you may not be able to control your actions. And if you can't control your actions, then life starts building a case against you. Let's start here. Your mind is something that you probably will never really be understood. Because as life goes on, you're still trying to understand it. You're still trying to understand your way of thinking. That's you putting in the reps. But something that the mind does is that it seeks comfort. It seeks avoiding the hard challenges, and it seeks distractions. And you need to ask yourself, well, why is that? Why do I go for that, right? And the moment you start thinking like that is the moment you begin to escape out of your mental prison. See, jail doesn't need to just be hard bars and things that you can physically see. It can be things that you don't see, things that take place in here. And I know I sound a little crazy, like what is he talking about? But I'm telling you this because I want you to start digging for your escape. I want you to begin questioning the way that your mind thinks, because the moment that you're able to do so will be the moment that you will be in control of the way that you think. In the law, something that I don't do is just accept statements. I don't just believe every document that I see or believe everything that I hear. I cross-examine it. I question it. I question the date that it arrived. I question who gave it to me. I question the source of the things that I'm hearing. And I don't always get it right, but I know that I put myself in a better position to understand what's in front of me. And I want you to do the same thing with your thoughts. The next time that you're trying to do something in life, whatever goal it is that you have, whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish, and your mind starts to say, no, you don't need to do that today. Or maybe your mind says, you deserve a day off. Ask yourself, where is this coming from? Based on what? On what evidence? What is going on here? Why am I thinking like this? When you start to operate on your mind as a surgeon would on your body, you start to fix the things that would harm you. And that's how I want you to continue thinking about things in life that you go through. It's not to say that I have a special way of thinking. I can only tell you what I've experienced as an attorney and the way that I see problems and the way that I approach them. In order for you to fix a problem, you have to see it. And sometimes it's not so clear. So the next time you're faced in a situation where you know that you're supposed to do something, but then your mind kicks in and it says, I don't know if we should do that right now. Let's do something else. Are you avoiding the hard thing? Does the hard thing make you uncomfortable? I want you to pierce through that and figure out, where is this coming from? Because that will be one of the first steps to solving your problem. By now, you've all heard that it's better to make a decision through logic rather than emotion. And for good reason. Oftentimes, when we make a decision based off emotion, we don't get the result that we want. And I would tell you that sometimes it's okay to make a decision based off emotion. In fact, sometimes you have to. But when you have to make a decision based off emotion, I want you to be in control of that decision. Because choosing to be emotional about a particular decision may be the logical thing to do. So in a sense, you still are acting logical by choosing to be emotional in a particular situation or when making a decision. Now, being able to make the thought is what's the most important thing. I'm one of those people that believes that emotion does have a place in your mind, but I think it has its role. And I think you need to be very selective about when you choose to use it. Because if you make most of your decisions based off how you feel, you're going to be coming from an unstable ground. And that's not a place you want to be. Dominating your mind is not about being perfect. I, for one, am not. And I don't want you to think that everything I'm here saying is gospel. It's not. I can only tell you based off my experience. But what I can tell you as an attorney, what has helped me make the best decisions in life is having systems, structures, patterns, these things in place. Because when you're not capable of doing the thing that you know you should be doing, sometimes your discipline and your structure will save you. It'll help you avoid a bad outcome. I create systems all the time. I create systems when I'm interviewing people, when I'm talking to folks, when I'm out and about, hanging out with friends, all sorts of systems for the situations that I'm going to encounter. And it may seem a little crazy, but I know that when I have some kind of structure, some kind of framework, I'm able to assess the situation better and make the best decisions possible. I'll give you one example. Maybe you have a fitness goal, and maybe you have this desire to lose a couple pounds by a certain time. Now, certainly you could go to the gym once a week, go in there, do something, and go back home and think that you've done something. And it may or may not have been enough. But I would tell you that if you had a system in place, whereas and you know that on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I'm going to be doing X, Y, and Z. Now, when you go to the gym on Monday, that Wednesday, there's no wasting time thinking about what should you be doing. You've already planned this out. You have a structure, and you just got to follow it. I know we all heard of the saying trials and tribulations. And as an attorney, I would tell you that I think every day we go through trials. I think there's a song, I think it was Moneybagg Yo, and there's a song called Me Versus Me. And it's so true, right? It literally is me versus me. Your thoughts are your arguments, right? Your habits are your evidence, and the verdict would be your outcome, your success, whatever it is that you want to be. You have to clear your thinking in order to present a well argument. Once you present the well argument, it will be based also off of your habits that you've built over time. Your habits are your evidence, right? It's going to be evident that you've been doing something consistently over time, developing a good foundation for the things. And once you do so, the verdict would be your outcome, a success. So I hope this information was helpful. I know it's a little bit different from the reaction videos that I've been doing, but I wanted to take a step away to just talk to you about things that I truly believe will help you succeed, or just at least begin to change the way of thinking. If you like this sort of content, please let me know. If not, also let me know. And if you have any thoughts, comments, please drop them down below. And let me know about a specific habit or a tool that you use to think clearly, to think better. Be happy to hear. Take care.